Hi everyone, my name's Kathy. Welcome to Skint Living UK. Yeah, if you're a regular here, you're more than welcome, and if you're new here, I'm really glad you decided to take the time to come and have a look. My channel is a source of frugality channel, looks at all the ways I save money, including cheapy crafting, DIY to save money, cheap food hauls, cooking, lots of chatty ideas, and just generally how I live my life with my son, who's 23, who's moving out soon, and my cat and dog. We moved into this house in 2020, just before COVID kicked off in the February. Our previous house we lived in for 17 years, and I decided to downsize because I had another 7.5, 8 years on the mortgage, and I've just got fed up paying the mortgage because I was on supply as a teacher. I used to work full time, did that for about 7.5 years and left because I was ill, stressed and burnt out, to be honest. Took a break and then went on supply for another 12.5 years. So at the moment I'm living on my teacher's pension, which is tiny, which is less than the basic welfare payments that we get here in the UK, which is called universal credit. I live on a lot less than that, and my son works full time as an administrator in the NHS, so he gives me money every week to pay for shopping and money towards the bills. So he's saving up a deposit to get his own place, so it's quite a nice symbiotic relationship we've got going at the moment. When we first moved in here, my other son was with us, my oldest son, he's 31 now, and he's up in Scotland with his girlfriend. And so I did intend to stay in this house, but because my son's moved up to Scotland and my younger son misses him as well, we've decided that we're going to move to Scotland. So we're currently in England, in the northwest coast. As you can tell by my accent, we're in Liverpool, well-known city. And so we want to move to Scotland. So I want to downsize to a one-bedroom place. I'd love a bungalow, but we'll see how it goes. Maybe a little one-bedroom ground floor flat, because I'm getting on a bit now, I'm 58. So I renovated my last house mostly myself, apart from plastering and gas, of course. And I've done the same here. We've been here 5 years, so sort of slowly doing things. And I've upped it a bit in the last year because I want to leave now. Because this house has got 3 bedrooms. I don't need 3 bedrooms. So when we moved in, this house already has an extension, a bathroom extension. There's a bathroom upstairs. So this has got an extra bathroom, so I'm hoping we'll get a bit more money for the house because it's got 2 bathrooms. Replaced the toilet and the sink. It was a wet room, so I put the shower screen in. And a few months ago, this joining wall, I don't know what you would call it. This wall here fell to pieces. It was made of wood and it totally disintegrated, so I had to rebuild it. And obviously I didn't have the same tiles, so I got these Pantry tiles from B&Q in a taupe colour, Metro tiles, because I thought they're not vastly different, but they are a smaller size and shape, and to make it look a bit more modern, I did them in a vertical design rather than horizontal. So I rebuilt all this, tanked it, which is like waterproofing it, and so now, because for years this wall, the wood here was just exposed to the shower all the time, the wood was rotten, and it's completely disintegrated now, so this is another job I've got to do. But you know, that's the nature of having houses, isn't it, your own place. I replaced the doors in the house and the radiators, and I got a free boiler from one of those eco grants when we moved in, so that was great. So I saved money because I had kept hold of some money for the boiler, and with the boiler money I bought a log burner. I've replaced the kitchen cabinets. I bought smaller ones because there was a stainless steel sink here and it was really shallow and a bit useless. So I bought smaller cupboards, so there was enough room here in this corner to put a table and chairs. So as you can see, everything's a mess because I've been faffing about. I put tongue and groove up, painted it, put a shelf up, put a cupboard up. And we did this, well, I did the same on this side. I bought smaller cupboards so we could put the fridge in because you have to shuffle past it. I've recently put my plate rack up and hanging rail for tools, kitchen tools. So yeah, from B&Q I bought a cupboard a month or a door a month, and it took like about a year to do, but got there in the end. And some butcher's block worktop. I was going to change the tiles, but because we're moving now I won't be doing that. And recently I've been working on this cupboard here under the stairs, which used to be full of pots of paint, bits of wood and all that sort of thing. Junk, rather than a junk drawer, junk cupboard. So I've cleared loads of stuff out, put paint and the tools upstairs. Yesterday my little pantry sign came, so that's been put up there in a place of honour. And I bought some scallop trim to go on these makeshift shelves. I use wood from an old chest of drawers and I've put the scallop trim on. I need to go and get some filler today because all these little niggly bits that need filling are annoying me. Because you can see them got its edge on. So I'm going to fill them and then I'll paint this today. So I just store jars of doggy snacks and tea lights and stuff. It's just a handy place. It's an extra place out the way to store stuff. I bought this dresser top on eBay for a tenner. I built the bottom bit myself to put tins and jars in. So that was my makeshift pantry. So this is going to be my proper pantry. I bought the trim also to do my shelf, and I painted it twice, the trim, yesterday. So this is what my shelf looks like now. It's so pretty. I made the shelf from leftover tongue and groove and skirting boards, because what's good about the skirting boards is it's got a ridge there, rim, and it's good for putting plates on, because I was going to just put plates on it, but it's become like a little kitchen storage unit. And I bought this trim on eBay for £6.29. I got 12 pieces, so 4 pieces went on the shelf. I've painted it up so you can see. I think it looks really cute. And yeah, so I had 4 pieces left over from doing these shelves on my little blue units. So I've put them in my work in progress. Oh, yeah. So yesterday I painted the edges of the shelves in a little bit of blue paint I had left over, because my kitchen used to be this colour blue, Dulux Mineral Mist. So I thought, oh, I'll use that. And I asked everyone, where do you think I need to stick the scallopy trim edge, pardon the expression. So I've stuck it on the front at the top here, because it was a rougher edge, because this is like particle board OSB, rough stuff, rough feeling wood. So I thought, right, I'll put the trim on there, I'll paint that up today. I've painted the cupboard itself. It was replastered when we moved in, because I said to the sellers, if you could get it plastered for me, that would be great. So that was part of the deal before I moved in. So they plastered it, I put the shelves in. And yesterday I've started painting the inside of the door and the door frame, because as you can see, the yellow gloss on it hadn't been painted for years. The doors has a hard life, it's a bit shabby and covered in drips and all that, but that wasn't me. Excuse me. That was like that when we moved in. And the reason I haven't painted the panels is I'm going to put some wallpaper in the panels. I did this in my bedroom in my old house because we had the original door. I've just recently renovated the bedroom, the smallest bedroom in the house. with this wallpaper, and it cost me £2 for the one roll. So I wallpapered half the wall and put tongue and groove around the 2 exterior walls and painted them green, and I used some wallpaper on one wall. So I've got a bit left, so I'm going to put the wallpaper in the panels of the door. And this needs another coat of paint. I did it yesterday, I primed it and then painted it in Dulux white satin wood. I'm not affiliated to Dulux because I keep saying Dulux. I put these tiles down last year. These are porcelain tiles, ceramic tiles from Wicks. They're lovely, aren't they, with a big blue star on. And I did intend to do the cupboards because I've got another 2 packets there, but I didn't get round to doing it, so I might not, because I've got loads of other things to do as I'm renovating the whole house, as I want to downsize, as I said before. So today, my jobs are to paint this door again. Maybe this evening when the paint's a bit drier, I'll put the wallpaper in the panels. Oh, there's my kettle. This is the second time now with my kettle boiling yesterday. Yeah, so I need to clear out that cupboard today, because I didn't do it yesterday, because after faffing with the trim and stuff yesterday, I just lost my motivation. Because I was trying to find ways of cutting that trim, and in the end I ended up using a Stanley knife. Because it was anything, like ice lolly sticks, ice cream sticks, it's only that thin. I'll show you these the little bits are chopped off. So as you can see, it's so thin. Because at first I tried to cut it with me jigsaw, and bits were just flying everywhere. So I was like, oh, okay. But I'm so pleased with it on my unit. It looks really good. Really pretty. That sort of thing would look lovely in a kiddie's room, wouldn't it? If you painted it like a pretty green or yellow. Something nice and cheerful. So yeah, I think it's really lovely. At £6.29. So yeah, I'm going to make use of this wallpaper, because I think, well, I've got it. It cost me £2. I've used some of it. Why not use some more and put it in the doorway? So this is my iron board hanger that needs to go back on the door when it's all finished. This is my door to go under the sink. I wanted a different colour door because I've got cream ones everywhere with wood handles, but I thought it'd be nice to have a wood door because the door needs replacing under the sink. So yeah, we're slowly getting there. I'll show you the log burner. Sorry, the place is in a mess. Because I've been clearing out this cupboard, I cleared out my hallway cupboard upstairs, which used to have my Christmas decorations in and junk. So at the moment I've got the Christmas decorations down here and all the bags, as you can see. This is my goldfish. So this is the log burner, and this fire surround was built from French oak beams. Man makes them and was selling them on the internet. So I just thought that's absolutely gorgeous. So cottage-like, because I'm sort of like going for a cottage-like look in the house. And it certainly packs out the heat. Last winter, the last few winters, it certainly kept us going. So I was able to buy that because I used the boiler more week, because I got a free boiler. First time I've ever had anything free off the government. Did you get anything off the government? Did you get any environmental stuff? I'd be interested. We got the under the floors insulated as well, because we've got those wood floorboards. And this house is Edwardian. It was built in 1908, so it's an old drafty house. But since the insulation's gone down under the floorboards, and we've had the log burner ensconced in here, it's been lovely. We've got a backyard all paved, and I've just basically filled it with plants and a garden bench. So I've done everything I can to make it homely. This room's blue. I need to retouch the paint up because I've had candles burning here. I put this wallpaper up a few months ago, and these tiles in 2020, put them down. So I'm going to buy a stair runner. I put the corbels up because the lady next door bought one. She still had the original ones, and these were virtually the same, similar. So I installed the corbels and I replaced the vestibule door with something more traditional. So this is a big oak door. I think it was £400, but I just thought, yeah. Right, so that'll get left here when we go. Be gutted, but it is beautiful and it fits there, so it's appropriate. So there you go, a little mini tour. My dog's having a sleep, she's just had a breakfast. So she's a happy bunny. As you can tell, I like things Egyptian. I used to do cross stitch, I can't do it anymore because I've got arthritis in my hands and my hands get sore. So that's why my DIY slow, because my hands are buggered and I'm left-handed, so they're clumsy. So let me know what you think of the scallopy trim and my progress so far on my pantry. I'm really looking forward to today because I've got some sticky back plastic coming to put on the shelves in a blue and yellow check. So I've got the door to paint again, and I should be clearing this out today. So there'll be another video up tomorrow so you can see me progress, and hopefully it'll be done soon. I need to get some lamps because there's no lighting in here, so I'll probably get some battery lamps. So please like, share and subscribe, and if you'd like to support the channel, buymeacoffee.com/SkintLivingUK. It's only £2. I need some DIY materials. So I'm waiting to get my bathroom plumbed in. I've renovated the bathroom, took all the old tiles off and put new tiles up. But I'm waiting for a decent plumber because the plumbers that are available at the moment want silly prices. It's taken me over a year to buy a sink, toilet and bath. So it's all good to go now. So I just got to find a plumber. So when I do, when they install everything, I'll do a video of that too. Bye for now, and thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it.